Well, hello, happy thinkers. It's Melissa here, and we are shooting WTF live. This is actually episode number 47. So I'm excited because we're about ready to get to 50, but we're shooting live 47, and this is brought to you by thinkmefirst.com. So today's topic, I'm going to go a little off topic. I was going to talk about manifestation and the law of attraction and everything, but then we had this awesome post come up in our Facebook group, and it was about things that I'm no longer apologizing for. And I thought, well, that would be a great topic since the post came up courtesy of one of our group members, Kelly Gilmer. So thank you for that inspiration. Looks like we have Taylor from Buckeye Lake joining us tonight. So nice to see you, Tay. Thanks for joining. So my first line of business here is I want to do a shout out to my friend Erik Brewer. He is also a member of our group, and I just wanted to give him a shout out. He is a wonderful, wonderful man with tons of inspiring and encouraging words. He just speaks so well. I'm amazed by that comes out of his mouth. So he has this movement or this vision that he's got going on, and I'm sorry, but I know in my view, my shirt is going to be backwards, but this is a shirt that he is selling for his movement, and it's KYEOM, and it says, "Keep your eye on me." And this is a t-shirt he designed for his movement. It's from his collective collection. And again, he is a very positive speaker, believes in self-improvement, and is just trying to take people to that next level to enjoy their lives, be grateful for what they have. Just again, a very inspiring man. I've met him once, and ironically, I think I was meant to meet him. I met him through my son, who is going to Ohio Wesleyan University, and I'm grateful that my son met him because, again, he is a very good role model for my son and has taken him to a higher level in regards to thinking positive. So I was fortunate enough to eat lunch with the both of them, and that's how I met Erik Brewer. And I'm going to leave his name in the comments below, and I'll put on our Facebook page too if you want to reach out to him on Facebook. And again, just read some of his stuff. It's just very, very inspiring. So anyways, he's selling these t-shirts. They're awesome. The shirts are great quality. The meaning is even better than anything. And you even get this packaging, nice love, packaged with love. I mean, they gave you a thank you card and everything. So very nice, an entrepreneur / motivator. So if you want one of these shirts, feel free to reach out to April Clark, and her phone number is 740-237-0494. And again, I'm going to leave her information in the comments if you want to, again, join the movement and get one of these t-shirts. So to move on from that, again, we're going to be talking tonight about, excuse me, things that you should never, ever apologize for. It's real easy to do. I used to be one of those sorry girls that apologized for every little thing I did. And I know a lot of people like this, but there's just many things out there that we should not be apologizing for. I read through this list on this Facebook post, and it's a perfect place to start for anyone who's trying to self-improve or find happiness within themselves and with others. So I'm just going to break this list down, and we're just going to kind of go through this. First of all, and just to give you an idea, I do have a course out there on my site. It's called thinkmefirst.com. And it's about happiness starts with you. And this is just for those out there that's looking for self-acceptance or looking for happiness. You need to learn that it comes from within yourself first, because if you can't be happy, and I'll say this over and over in everything I do probably, if you can't be happy with yourself, you're not going to find happiness. And if you do, it's not going to stick with you. Teresa Lewis is joining us. Hello, Teresa is from Utica, Ohio. So thank you for joining us this evening. But anyways, if you want to sign up for that course, you can go to thinkmefirst.com and there'll be a pop-up box. Just put in your email information, you'll get the course, and there's a lot of free tools that come with that as well. So to start, number one on this list, I'll be reading from this list because it's from our Facebook post. So the first one is feelings. This is, one thing, again, we're not going to apologize for. Right now there's a lot of people out there with disagreements. You may be feeling one thing, they may be feeling another. And that's totally perfect. That's totally normal to have different feelings than other people. So don't think that that's not normal, because if you're having them, I guarantee you someone else is having those kinds of feelings. Never, never apologize for this. You need to be who you are, okay? And don't be afraid to show your feelings if that is the way you're feeling. When you show your feelings, it kind of gets other people to relate to you, whether you believe this or not. I'm going to use me as an example. I mean, would you even come and listen to anything I have to say or trust anything I have to say if I haven't opened up to you? You know what some of my tragedies have been and some of my solutions for those. So, it's just being personal when you do that. Number two is an important one. It's having boundaries. And a lot of people may not even think about this, but you don't have to change who you are to fit in. It's just human nature that people want to fit in, or people want to belong to a group, or, friends, or they just want to belong. They want to feel needed. But you should never apologize for having those boundaries. There's a place for everyone. Okay. You just got to find it, just like anything else. But if you try to fit into some place that you're not welcome, then you're changing who you are. And then that means you're probably not happy with who you are if you feel like you have to change to please someone else. I'm going to go back to what I was saying before. If you're not happy with yourself, you're not going to find happiness in another group that you're settling for or just trying to fit in. So make sure you're happy with yourself first, and never apologize for having those boundaries of not fitting in. Number three is going to be say no to something you're not interested in doing. So you never want to apologize for this either. I do have an article on my Think Me First blog, thinkmefirst.com. There's an article for saying no. But you should not apologize for that, especially if it's something against your morals or your beliefs, or illegal for that matter. But you don't want to apologize for not doing something that you're not interested in, because there's going to be, it's just going to, again, you're not being you. If you're not interested in that and you don't want to do it, don't apologize for that. There's other things that you could be doing for you to grow. You shouldn't feel guilty about this. Again, I used to fit into this category where I would do things. I couldn't say no to people. I was a people pleaser. So, but it got to the point where it was overwhelming for me because I couldn't say no. And I'm going to tell you this, as much effort as I put into trying to please other people, I never got the same effort back. You're going to get it back from your loyal friends. But if you're saying yes to everyone and not saying no, you're never going to get that back. So I'm just letting you know. It's okay to take care of those that love you, you trust, and will pay it forward to you when you need it. Number four is going to be being emotional or crying. Again, something we should not be apologizing for. If you keep it all bottled up in you, first of all, it's going to get 10 times worse, and then you're just going to lash out and break. So don't do that. But when you're open with others, then you're happy with yourself, and that means you're comfortable with yourself. So being emotional and crying it's okay. It's human nature, and everyone does it. We start it as a baby, and you can do it as an adult. It's okay to be able to show emotion and cry. And actually, it takes a stronger person to do that. What do you think about it? I think it's really important for us to even show younger people that it's okay to cry. I know I felt like I was the tough one in my family, and I had to keep everyone together, and I had to be the strong one. I think I probably should have cried a little more. When I was crying, I probably should have let my kids see it, because I want them to know that it's okay to do that. Plus, I want them to know that I'm human. I'm not a super being of any sort, and that's part of human nature. Tay is saying, yeah, it took me a while to realize not everyone deserves all your time. And that is so true. Actually, there's very few people that deserve your time, that will help you. But there's a lot of people out there that even if you don't know them, you may stop and, help them or whatever. These acts of kindness are a little bit different. But you're right. There's a lot of people who don't deserve your time that we give it to, and we don't think about it. So very good point, Tay. So going back to the emotional and the crying piece, even with, and I'm not picking on guys here, but, I feel bad because the males in our society is just, it's sad because I feel like society makes men feel like they can't be emotional or they can't cry, because it means you're weak. And honestly, to me, when you're crying or you're emotional, it's because you care and it's because you're strong, and that's why you're doing it. I guess I think the opposite of it. So I just want everyone to know that it is okay to do that. And it's a sign of acknowledging your feelings. It's a sign of maturity. So don't ever apologize for that either. Number 6 is going to be not answering the phone. Okay. For someone like me, I have a profession where I talk on the phone all the time. So after work, I don't want to talk on the phone. And, when we had landlines and everything, if you guys know what those are, some of you may not, it was okay because, you didn't have, like we have now, we have phones tied to our hips 24/7, up to our jaws, and we're always talking or texting or whatever. But if the phone doesn't ring, if the phone rings, don't apologize for not answering it. If you're not in the mood to take that call or whatever, don't do it. We all need time to take a break from our gadgets and our electronics and everything. And the phone is one of them now. Unfortunately, our phone is our computer, our messenger for text, our camera. Our phone is multiple uses. So number 7 is to never apologize for needing a break. I have an article on this too. I think it's called, I Took a Break and It Was Okay. And guess what? I did take a break from writing for a moment and a couple of weeks, and everything was okay. Everyone survived. We all need breaks. So don't be afraid to take one. And it's going to be different for each person. A break for me could be a vacation for a week. A break for someone else could just maybe mean just depending on the situation, it could be just meaning to step away from a situation that's too intense for you right now. There's different variations of breaks. There's different durations. It's all dependent upon the situation. Number 8 is never apologize for asking for clarity when you don't understand. Now, I think this one is one that is huge because I think many people do not probably ask questions as often as they should. Think about it. How many misunderstandings do you see in a day? We shouldn't be apologizing for clarity because I think personally we should all be doing it more often, asking for clarity, keeping open minds so we don't have these misunderstandings. I know people make fun of me sometimes. I have my friend Lisa, and she knows when she says something, I'm probably going to have all these questions. And they're not like what if questions. That I'm not that person in the room, what if this, what if that? I'm just asking questions to clarify so that I know what so that I understand what she is saying, or whomever is talking to me. I want to understand what they're saying so that I can empathize, sympathize, or react how I need to, instead of just shaking my head yes or no. Yeah, I get that. So again, never apologize for asking for clarity. Number 9 is going to be how other people behave. When I read this, when I thought about this, I'm like, well, why would we even apologize for someone else's behavior? But I can kind of see this if someone's acting a fool that made maybe your friend uncomfortable or something. And then you're like, oh, I'm sorry they acted that way or something. And that's okay. It's just, we're probably trying to just trying to say something more to the effect that, hey, wow, I got your back if you need to talk about this or something. I'm not sure why that person behaved that way or something. We don't have to apologize for it, but I can also see maybe saying, I'm sorry you feel this way because this person acted that way. I can see that. So number 10 is to change and becoming better. So I guess some people would apologize. Well, it's on this list. So some people apologize maybe for changing it because they're becoming better. I don't even know how you can use these two in the same sentence. I'm sorry because I'm trying to change to become better. To me, that doesn't make sense. I wouldn't be apologizing for that at all. Definitely never say that. Cause, I mean, if you feel like you have to apologize because you're becoming better, I can't see it as an apology. I would just say, I'm aware of this situation, but I'm doing X, Y, Z to make myself better. So, be patient with me or something to that nature, but never apologize because you're becoming better. If anything, you may be better off than the person you're talking to if you acknowledge that you're becoming better and maybe they're not for whatever reason. Number 11 is to not apologize for agreeing with someone else. Again, this happens every day. If we all agreed with each other, the world would be a pretty dang boring place. It's okay to disagree. And it can be done in a civil manner. I know tensions are high right now, but it can be done in a civil manner. And not agreeing with someone is perfectly okay. It happens all the time. So never apologize for not agreeing with someone. There can be, people can have differences. And it's perfectly normal. Again, but you have to be civil about it on the flip side. Number 12, let me see where we are here. Number 12 is putting myself first. Okay. So never apologize for putting yourself first. And it kind of follows with a little quote. I can't be anything to anyone if I am nothing to myself. And this is so true. This all goes back to the happiness starts with you. If you are not happy with yourself, you're not going to be, you may be happy here or there, but you're not going to be happy in its entirety or feel the whole thing because you're just never going to be happy all the time if you're not happy with yourself. Okay. It all starts with you. You may feel spurts of happiness, but it's never going to fulfill you because you're always going to be looking for the next burst of happiness. Very important quote. Yes. If you can't be anything to anyone, if I am nothing to myself, it is so true. So never apologize for putting yourself first because I guarantee you no one else is. And honestly, it's your responsibility. Once you're past that 18 years old and your parents are, you're away from your parents, it's your responsibility and no one else's to take care of yourself and you provide happiness for yourself. Number 13 is do not apologize for settling less than you deserve. This one was a huge one for me. Actually, I married into it. So I did this every once in a while, and I married into my prior marriage. I settled for my marriage instead of doing things that I wanted to do for myself. This never works. Trust me, it never works. I often joke, my marriage now to my husband, Sam, it's like, I always mess with him because I'm like, I chose you this time. I didn't settle. I chose you. You didn't choose me. I chose you. But, that's the running joke, but never settle for anything less than you deserve. And, you know what you deserve if you have the confidence in yourself. Okay. Number 14, I have an article on this too. Never apologize for letting go when I need to. So Mr. Brewer that I was talking about, that's selling these t-shirts, keep your eye on me. Erik Brewer is really big on this topic, has a lot of knowledgeable information, inspirational information on this. I see him talk about it frequently because it is so key to life in general and happiness. It's a big one for many people, and it's very hard for many people. But it's about just letting go of the past because those things are just holding you back in so many ways, whether it's on a personal level, work level, just anything. It's just holding you back because you're using all your energy on this stuff that happened. You know, just learn from it and move on and move forward. Forgive. If you don't forget, that's fine. Just learn from it. Forgive yourself. And move forward. So I was listening to a YouTube video the other day, and there's this Hawaiian saying that I picked up, and it's called Oponopono. So Oponopono. And it's a Hawaiian saying, and it's basically a way for you to let go of things, because again, everything's about you. You know, happiness starts with you, and you are the only one that can let go of things or control your own feelings. So this Ho'oponopono is just a phrase that you keep saying over and over and over until you can think positive. So when you have a negative thought about yourself, you just keep saying this until everything is positive again. And basically the saying is, I love you. And this is talking about yourself. Okay. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And thank you. And again, just keep saying that, because eventually the more you say that, eventually you're going to forget what it is that you were thinking about, the negative thoughts. And we're going to talk about law of attraction next week. So that'll go along with this. But you want to get rid of those negative thoughts, replace them with positive thoughts. And this is exactly where you can replace that. Number 15 is healing at my own pace. Again, and I think this is the last one. Yeah. Never apologize for healing at your own pace, because number one, you are healing, period. And that's a wonderful thing. There's absolutely no reason to apologize for this, whether it's drug addiction, domestic abuse of any sort, any ailments, etc. Never apologize for that. Again, if you are healing, you are on track. Everyone's journey is going to be different, how they reach that. And everyone's pace is going to be different. So keep in mind, don't judge others and do not judge yourself. A lot of times we may not judge others, but we get caught judging ourselves more harshly than anyone. This is anyone. I guarantee everyone's done this to some degree, unless you're narcissistic. But and Kelly's with us, and Tay, both saying amen. It's so true. So never apologize when you're healing. As long as you're moving forward, that's all that matters. So this was a good topic tonight. Again, courtesy of Kelly Gilmer for posting that on the Facebook group. And then I'm going to post Erik and April's information in the comments of this video. And then I'll also paste them in our Facebook group too. If you want to get one of these awesome shirts, keep your eye on me. Again, it means watch me. I'm doing great things, and you'll be able to learn some valuable things from me. So outside of that, I just want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. And remember, think me first. It's not selfish, but it is necessary. Everyone have a nice evening. I'm like reading comments real quick. Kelly, thank you guys for showing up. You and Tay, Teresa, everyone that watches this video. And if you have any topics you want to discuss, just post them in the link below. So next week, unless I change on a whim again, we will be talking about manifestation and the law of attraction. So if you don't know what that is, you might want to do a little bit of research on the front side. But anyways, everyone take care and have a nice evening. Thank you.